Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure, and once again you join me here on the Transport Fever Dune Canyon map, where last time around we added some steam trains to the party, and my goodness me, what a party they had with all of my personal spending money. Yes, they're not exactly running a profit, and yet we have to turn them around in order to make this whole mainline caper work. So as we approach St Petersburg here, why not hang around and see if we can't turn it around. So the action, as ever, is picked up here at Westminster, for this is the centre of the world, and this is where we're kicking off from today. Passenger trains coming in about now, which is nice. What are you worth there, passenger chum? 20 passengers on board. Not a vast number to pick up and take out to St Petersburg. But yeah, that's okay. We'll cope, I'm sure. A nice 200 grand drop off. Now, as you can see in my bank accounts, it's hardly flush at the moment. This year we're up 7.5 million, but for the last couple, we've been down quite a bit. And therefore, I need to move quickly to establish a profit train. A profit chain. There you go. To make my profitable train profitable. And the reason for this is that the freight train I've got coming... see, that's the train I was hoping was coming in. Let's pretend that we're starting again here. So here we are, Westminster. Ooh, yeah. Profits, not so hot. And that's because of trains like this one that are coming in now, of which there are only two. There are two services in total that are not paying their way, and this is one of them. So you'll see it's currently carrying absolutely nothing at all, and it's 4 million in the hole in the last time period. It's going to pick up some logs, but I wouldn't imagine it would be very many of them. Let's see how many not many of them is, shall we? Yes, let's, because that'll help. Right, yeah, numbers at 32. Yeah, you're not going to make a living off that now, are you? So the way we can get beyond that is to hook up the iron ore mine over there. Now, obviously, we want to do that with a train, but we're not going to. No, we're going to use a truck, and then over here we need some lumber and steel. Aha! Right, now you can see the method in the something, because. The plan will be get this iron ore up here where it will be distributed out to make some steel. We've already got coal in motion, so the steel can then come back here, get hoiked back out, which will mean that train we just looked at will make profit in both directions. It can then whistle stop down this way where it can be turned into machines that can then come back again and what? And they like being used in St Petersburg, so we can make all of this work. Right, if we're cautious and indeed clever. Right, so bit of road is what we want. Now, I could crowflies it, right? So we've got this bit of road here that I built recently, and we could extend that out that way, which would probably be the most efficient way to go. But it's going to be quite expensive. Instead, we're going to go surface between Westminster and Santa Rosa, in order to both connect these towns, which will grow them, which is a good thing, and make use of the existing infrastructure. It's not what I would choose to do, but I do need to be a little bit frugal for the moment. So we'll start out with some medium street, just to give Westminster the option of going a little bit further, should it choose to do so. About there. Right, and then we'll switch to some large country road. Now, lots of you have gone like, why don't you build a highway? I don't want to build a highway at the moment. Look at that. I mean, that's 200 grand right there. I mean, is the lay of the land really going to lend itself towards a cheaper approach? Not particularly. I think you're just going to muscle through and pay whatever it asks for. Now, we've probably got a couple of million quid's worth of road build ahead of us here, because we've got to connect to... Oh, crikey. We've got to connect to the iron mine as well. It's okay. It's going to work out. Now, we'll replace this. Once we've got good amounts of funding coming in, one of the first things I'll do is replace this with rail freight, because that's the whole idea of the main line, is that we had a little freight station there instead, and run a train up and down and so forth. But the train itself is going to cost me the best part of 20 million quid, and therefore it's significantly cheaper just to use road for now. Plus, we get the benefit of, or we would get the benefit of, if the two sides of this town were connected. Well, that's relatively easy to resolve, isn't it? If we just do a bit of medium street here, what do you want to do, under or over? I'm never thrilled about doing either, I'll be honest. If we do that, and then see if we can't concoct some kind of a bridge. That's a hideous bridge. Well, don't do it then. You're not obliged to take the first bridge on offer. Oh, hold on, we could go this way. All right, go over the top. Yeah, bit of that. Some of this. Yep, good. Right, and then take this a bit further. Yep, good. You've not put a lot of thought into this road work. No, I haven't. Well, there we go. Right, that is now those two towns connected by road, which should make them happier and therefore speed a little growth into them. This is, oh my goodness me, it's a long old way. Right, let's put a truck stop up on here, even though we're not likely to get to it for a little while yet. Saves me doing it later. Right, so you, Trucko Stopson. Truck Stopson, Stoppo Truckin. Right, there we go. And then we need to go and do the same thing for iron ore. Or what? Now, this iron mine is actually perfectly situated to make use of the rail here, but not today. It isn't. No. Today we're going to road it up. Later we'll deploy some train action for it. Let's just go medium with this one. Really, how fast are your trucks these days? Genuinely, don't know. All right, good. Glad you've put in your due diligence there, Tiger. We'll run that a little further that way, then wang that on there. Again, not a massive amount of care and attention being paid, but this is the first instance of just get it working. And then later, the hope is, once the spice is flowing here, then we'll work to make everything a little bit more glamorous. But in the first instance, anything is better than nothing, which is what we have at present. So, what are you actually connected to? How would you get to the truck stop? Well, you're going to have to double back on your side. That's no good. No. We'll pay the extra and knock this road through down to here. It's $250,000. Yeah, I know, but get it done. It'll save a bit of time. Right, okay, first things first, let's connect this up to that. Yeah, okay. I think at some point there is going to be a requirement to come up with some modular truck stops and stuff that are actually a little bit more, I don't know, interesting, fun, clever than I've been using so far. I've relatively dumbfired what we're using at the moment, but well, we'll make it work. Right, west. Yeah, and you are what? Iron. Yeah, yes. What have we got so far? Production, delivery. Anything else? No. And in that case, I guess you're production. Okay, right, fine. Let's bang a couple of trucks on that immediately, because that's going to help us make some profit out of the freight line that's coming in there. So you only need dump trucks. Oh, they only do 37 miles an hour anyway. Let's go. How many do you want to do? I want to do 4. We'll do 4 then. There you go. Right, sling that onto West Iron Production. Oh, you see that? The other line's called Distribution. I think that's a better name, isn't it? Well, I mean, it's you can debate that all day if you like, but I think we'll just... yeah, we'll just work on that. How do I change the name of this? Good question. No, it's in there somewhere. No, it's the vehicle. You have to go back into line manager. You see, have a separate menus. Iron, yeah, distribution. Oh, all right, fine. Be like that. Iron. Yeah. Distribution. Now, this isn't going to work straight away. Not yet. I'm going to need to do something clever with my lumber tools train that I've got running already. That's okay. As long as you know it's a problem, you can fix it. And that goes to there, like so. That's a long way. Really should be using a train for that. Anyway, whatever. West, again. And that is what? That's machines, isn't it? Machines. Production. Okay, now I'm going to put another 4 on that as well, because it's quite a long way. But they're going to need to be able to carry machines and lumber and steel. Okay, well, let's see what we've got here. There's your steel, there's your lumber, and there's your machines. Excellent. Right. I'm even going to buy 5. Okay, right. Yes, good. Now, as you can see, we've got iron ore kicking... Oh, we've got iron ore kicking off well already. How many have you got there? 52? It's like they've been on standby this entire time. They've gone, lads, finally, somebody wants the stuff that we make. Now then, once we get out here, have we got appropriate distribution? Yes, we've got the train. And that can carry lumber and it can carry iron. That's fine. We've got trucks doing a to and fro here. That's fine too. What sort of truck are you? No, you're the right kind of truck. Good. So that will work. It's going to take a few minutes for it to get to the point of working. But here's the tricky bit. So we bring out some lumber here, and we've probably got quite a few bits in. We've got 64 in. I think we need a new train, you know. I think we're going to need to double track. Yeah. Right, so we double track just past this station. Now this is going to cause... it's going to cause some tailback. We might want to put another platform on here. Now, I'm not going to change up the one that's already running. I mean, for a couple... Oh, look! I knew this moment would occur. I've already built it. Right, okay. Well, in which case, don't electrify. Let's go. Yeah, so we're going to need a little train that basically picks up the extra lumber that we get back at the main yard and brings it out... the extra timber from the main yard, brings it out here, turns it into lumber... And then runs back again afterwards. Now, this should, given that it's going to snap, be fairly inexpensive. The real challenge, though, is going to be whether this new train takes all of it, or whether we leave some for the existing one. Because obviously we've got lumber being generated here as well. Not lumber. Timber. Thank you. I mean, it almost amounts to the same thing. It doesn't. Alright, okay, so if we stick a branch there. It's alright, look, this makes sense. Trust me. Right, one there and one there. Because I'm going to run both these as two-way tracks. Because that will then accomplish precious little, I imagine. I might even... No, later. All right, I was going to say I might retask the train that we've got doing the lumber and tools route at the moment. Turn that into a GP9 so it's got a little bit more grunt and run that back and forth. But no, instead I think I'll just buy a new train to do this with. So the route it's going to run is going to be from St Pete's here out to there and back. Right, now, let's... Why are you not showing me the route you're taking? Oh, there's any number of reasons. All right, well, if you don't give me any, I'll make one up in a minute. So this is going to be lumber production. Right. Okay, now then, I might need to put a waypoint or two on that route. In fact... Let's put a waypoint or two on that route. In fact, you don't even need to. Just set the platform correctly. In fact, don't bother. It's already figured it out for you. There you go. That's exactly what I had in mind. Grand. Now, you're going to have a bit of a queue go on here, but that's okay. I'm not running so many vehicles on there yet that that the queuing is going to be horrendous. The queuing is going to be what it is, but that's fine. Now, is that? No, this is that's the tools train. Okay, right. Let's have a look. 60 tools on board. When this lands, it's going to result in a nice payday, which is splendid. The good news about this is it pays off already, but would very much welcome an upgrade. That's fine. It can have an upgrade when the time is right. The time is not yet right, though. But there is an argument to be made for, are you not now running too much stuff into this station? Well, the answer to that is only yes, I am, if we find ourselves with a lot of queuing here. Now, obviously, I've got another train to sling up there, so time will tell. But here we go. Right, we've got iron ore waiting here. How much we got waiting? 48 and a log. All right. Okay, this is going to work. It's going to work. It is going to work. But what I should do, which route are you on? You're on the iron ore route. Where are your comrades that are heading out that way? Did you actually tell them to get to work, or are they sat in the depot going, I don't know what he wants us to do? Shall I suggest yes, they're waiting in there doing I don't know what he wants us to do? Yeah, there we go. So this is going to be West Machines Production. Right, now I need to tweak that line and stick a wait till full here at Westminster. Otherwise, we're going to be running empty on a regular basis. Now, actually, that's not true. It should only happen the first time or so. But we'll do it anyway. Westminster branch, yep. You, please, load. No, not what you load. I want you to wait until you're full of anything. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Right, let's go deploy this train and see what sort of result we get out of it. Now, it's coming from miles away, obviously, because they always do. What do you want to run on there? Alco, man. That's what we want to run on there. Okay, that's the wrong kind of depot, though. It is. It is coming from... You couldn't have built this any further away if you tried. A little diesel locomotive, please. Now, what's the GP9 going to cost me? Yes. Versus that. You'd be better off going the other way around, you know. All right, we'll stick with the little alcove for the time being. Add one of those, and then wagons. It's just flat cars, please. That one does... Yeah, that's all we need. Right, so we'll go with... What do you want, 48 or 60? 60 might be better. All right, we'll go then. All right, and then obviously I can expand the use of that should the need arise. But we'll get it rolling like that for now. Okay, right, I'm going to skip forward to the point where that's in situ, and we'll see how it starts to pay off. All right, because I know you love to see when disaster occurs. Disaster has somewhat occurred. Right, here is the train that heads out to Westminster. It's actually started paying off quite well. I'm not paused. No, we've got a crisis. Here's the new train. Literally about... what I didn't consider, or I did, but rather too late, was that this is a two-way track, and therefore it's blocking that track. We've got everybody else waiting to come in and get to work, and they can't do that either. So, how are you going to get out of that then? All right, here's how I'm going to get out of this. Right, watch. You'll not like this very much, but I can remove it in a moment. Yeah, yeah, I can. Right, so we'll go around here. Yeah, we'll plumb that in that way. Yes. Yeah. Right. Oh no, you shouldn't be moving. No, you can't move. The other one can move. I've given it a path. If it can take that path, then it will be good. Obviously, once this one's up into this setup here, there's no problem anymore. We've just got to get it in place. For a moment, I thought I might have to do some clever stuff with some signals to force it round that way. Yeah, don't worry about that. Just clip straight through it. Yeah, it's all right. You're all pretty robust, but that's fine. Now, what you can probably also make out, possibly, is that my bank balance has gone up quite nicely. We're at 38 million and climbing now, even with these trains all stopped up as they are at present. Yeah, we're doing quite nicely now. Once that train's gone through there, we can bulldoze this emergency line here, because it shouldn't be needed until I have to send another train up. Basically, that everything should now work. Right, so this Tiger here is going to hopefully pick up some lumber, and we have where are we? Lumber production. We've got 47 waiting for it right now. Perfect. Fewer waiting for tools manufacturing is equally perfect, because it's got a separate stop that it can get its not lumber, timber, where it can get its timber from. So you'll turn around here. In fact, let's close that off so that we've got just a nicer view of things. As you can see, we've fair packed this station out with goods already, and as we develop this further, that I might need to think about maybe deploying a little bit more space. What's your problem? You can go. Oh, hold on. Can you? No, you can't. That signal's in the wrong place. You'd have to remove this signal now. All right, turn this one round if we can. All right, get rid of this signal. Now that'll we no. You have to. No, wait, whoa. Thank you. Yeah, because we'll hold them at these signals instead. Now that's going to create tailbacks of its own, but the upshot should be fine. Now, if I turn you around again, do you turn from this end or the other end? You know what? Let's play it cautious here and just do that. Right, you should now wait at that signal. There we go. Right, good. Okay, yep, fine. No, I'd forgotten about the second signal. Where's the little one? Is he in a tunnel? No, he's coming out of the station. Oh, flipping it. Get a wriggle on. I'll tell you what, activate the afterburners. Come on. Stroll on, because this is the only way to really see things actually working. Here we go. Right, out you come. Full load. Excellent to see. Go on, swing around over there. That's good. You can then come through and do your bit. And then when you're done, you can come through and do your bit. I'm assuming you're going to get priority over whatever's coming out of this tunnel. If not, the solution's a relatively straightforward one, and that's we double track to the curve here, and then we put the merger there instead. Less desirable. I quite like how it is now. So hopefully this one will get priority, although given that I've had to reverse it and stuff, yeah, I suspect it's because that one's closer. Yeah, because that's not going to be sustainable. If you're going to have to give way to absolutely everything else, that is not going to work for me. We'll see. Obviously, the money's still ticking up while we're doing all of this, but it's still not desirable. Here's a first load of steel, no, of actual tools. We got tools on the move. Hey, that's good. Oh no, wait. Tools you've been doing for ages. Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, no, you got overexcited about the wrong train there. That's all right. Now, theoretically, these should space out in such a way that means that this isn't going to be a problem. But the solution, if it does turn out to be a problem, the solution is simply going to be add more tracks. Right, now, you should go first. If this one goes first, that's an issue. Although these little alcos are inexpensive to run. So if anyone was going to get held at a signal, I'd rather it was these chaps than the other ones. Let's see. No, he's been let through. Yeah, but you see, well, you cleared past the flipping path, didn't you? Yeah, all right, okay. I might have to resign myself to the fact that we're going to need to use the we're going to need to use the whole of this under section here as a queue for these trains. Please let this one go next. If we let the main line go again, then I am going to relay that track. And you know what? I think this is one of my favourite bits in the game, is troubleshooting what you've just set up in order to make it run better. Right, let's slow things back down again. Right, we'll build this end first. So something along those lines. Yeah, that's good. Right, slap some signals in on that. So put one there and one here. Right, and then bulldoze this. Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, it goes, oh, you've made a problem. I gotta go. I know, I'm in the process of fixing it. Give me a tick. Grab that and run it out to here. Like that. Right, that should now move forward. Now, I don't think that's going to fix it, but I think it might improve the situation a little bit, because obviously it's closer to the turn now. You're fine. I've given you... Oh, hold on. I've put the signal the wrong way. Give me a tick. Hang on. I'll put the signal the right way for you. That's because I was looking at it from the wrong angle. Right, get rid of that one and that one, and stick this one in instead. There you go. Like so. Theoretically, that will have an impact. Practically, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Right, afterburners again. Let's see how it goes. Right, there's the big mainline hookup. Now we're gradually routing more and more materials onto the mainline hookup. So this, for example, this tiddler here is carrying lumber, which will get picked up by that train. And everything that we can send out that way is going to help. Now, hopefully, this will bring back a full suite of timber to go get carved into some planks. Let's have a look. What have you got? Nothing. Okay, all right. I'm going to put that down to the fact that it was all screwed up there for a minute, because otherwise, then we got some problems, haven't we? Because I don't want to just run it on the other stuff. How's this one doing? Well, you're bringing 29 back the other way. That's something, I suppose. You should be carrying steel 24. Okay, all right. This is going to work. Up to 60 million in the bank now. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Well, that makes this a good place to stop then, because the next quest is another potentially interesting one, and I'm not entirely sure if it's the right one or not. But let's have a look. What are you carrying for me? 32 timber and 72 iron ore. Muy bien. You're carrying 53 of 60 tools and a plank. Do not bring planks back here. I want you dropping them all off to turn in at tools. Just you cheeky rabbit. What have you now got? You've got some steel. Have you? Why are you taking steel down there? All right. Well, oh no, because we need some down. Of course, you're taking steel. That's the whole point of this operation. Anyway, right. Look, I'll walk you through what the next operation is. Let's slow it back down again. So we've got a couple of choices. Now that the money is sorted, we have the complicated choice, which is this one here. Now, that'll be one station in the middle to service all three of these. And that station leads to a track that will run down, I don't know, maybe this side. That looks a little bit smoother. Yeah, maybe. Now, what I also haven't decided is, do we daisy chain this? So we run a track down here and hook up onto that, right? So loop in like this, or change that from being a terminal into being a through station and come up the really aggressive route. That's going to lead to a massive roller coaster, so I don't really want to do that. Skirting our way down the side of this kind of cliff edge here. Look, let's give you some perspective. That's what we're talking about, right? All right, it's not subtle, right? Yeah, so do we daisy chain these resources? Obviously, iron ore, we need that over there. Stone, we produce here, that can be quarried into construction materials. Hoiking all of that up to St Petersburg then to take out to the main line. that's exactly what that's all for. So that, I mean, it makes sense. Or, that's an interesting idea. There is an interesting idea. What if we put in a second station down here next to the steel mill? Wait. No. It's not a completely awful idea, because then we could run a couple of trucks from the quarry down to here that would then get picked up and sent up that way. This way, we'll be running. You'll be running a combination conmat and iron ore consist. It's not clever. No. Anyway, that's what I'm doing next, and then that should afford me enough income to be doing all kinds of magic down here. Right? How far would I run it initially, do you think? It'd be good to get some kind of food producer. Well, where's the nearest one of those? Keep going. There's more iron. There's more lumber making. There's some more steel. But no, there's no coal down here. It's not going to work. There's some coal. And some more coal. Okay. Still not seeing a food producer. No. Plenty more iron. Yeah, that's going to make fuel. Yeah. I need a food producer. Well, look, you've got... really, am I going to have to come all the way down here? This isn't going to work. No, those two farms are not going to deliver. That's okay. Maybe there's something over the other side that will make use of them later. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. It's a good kind of... It's just a bit of a logistics puzzle at the moment, and that's it's quite good fun. Let's have a look and see which routes are killing me, and which ones are a treasure to behold. Right, flip it around. The mainline freight hookup, still 2 million in a hole at the moment. I mean, obviously, we're non-stop win on the mainline passenger service, which is 10 million up, so that's okay. And then the lumber production isn't yet paying for itself, but it's not costing much. Tools manufacturing will pay off when it does each delivery. The intercity to Sunnyvale is losing money, which, considering how full each bus is, that's a bit of a disaster. Yeah, okay, well, it's a mixed bag. Obviously, the big hitter is doing enough to keep me in business. I'll take it for now. But we're going to need to turn another couple of those around if we're going to expand in a magnificent fashion. Right, I'll catch up with you next time. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Look at this. Yeah, I'm going to need to redevelop this, I think. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. Well, I'll tell you what, all that fiddling was definitely worth it. It's making plenty of money, but the St Petersburg junction there, now that's gonna need reworking. That one. I mean, if I sling another train up it at some point, it's just going to create the same problem again. I'm fine with that. It's quite good fun unpicking it. But frankly, the station needs to be longer, or it needs to support a longer cargo train at any rate. And I'm going to need a double track with better queuing system for the different services to get in and out of there. Frankly, that one platform might not be enough. A second platform. Second platform will do the job. Second cargo platform. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, no, forget everything I was just saying. Right, so it's got two parallel tracks going over the bridge at the moment. If I slap a third one on, right, and I use that to pick up all the stuff that's coming from... You could pick up you could pick up the train that comes from the steel mill. That would be one. And then if you picked up one of the two lumber trains, that would sort it out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Good. I don't want to dedicate an episode to it, so maybe I can wrapper that into the one where I bring all that stuff down off the mountainside, which I tell you, I'm not looking forward to it. It's not because it's expensive or anything like that, just because there's quite a lot of potential for properly ugly track in there, and I don't want ugly track anywhere. We might end up porting that lot into Westminster using the other side, using a helix to get down or something like that. I don't care as long as it looks good. You know, the St Petersburg junction looks great. Functionality wise, rubbish, but it looks brilliant. So yeah, that I will take looks brilliant over functionality at the moment. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. No, I want to go and play that now, actually. I want to go and get it fixed while it's in my head. That's all right. I'll just watch this back before I record the next one, and that'll get me back in the zone. I'm sure of it. I'm usually in the zone, has to be said. If you're never entirely sure where I am, have a quick check in the zone. I'm probably there. Good. Right. Catch you next time.